Bonding, huh? That's crazy. I'm just kidding, Shannon. I heard you. KC5RBG, KD8SLG. How are you, man? How's your eye holes?
Well, you know, every time they do these shots, the first shot, like today, they always do in the right eye, but they dilate both my eyes, and it makes it very hard to see anything for quite a while. And so throughout the day, it kind of gets a little better. The pain from the shot this time hasn't quite wore off yet. My eye is real sore from it right now for some reason. But that's not normally the case. But the good news is they did the ultrasound of my leg today, this afternoon, and everything is looking good so far with that surgery I had on it, that vein surgery. So very, very happy about that. Hopefully you're doing good, dear sir.
Well, since we're comparing war stories here somewhat, I had an EMG done on my lower leg. I've been getting some nasty sensations. Things aren't kicking back at me the way they should. So did a little EMG, I guess it was Tuesday. Yeah, that was yesterday. And I'm pretty sore from that. Nothing like getting a needle in my eye, but it wasn't all that pleasant, and my calves been locked up most of today to the point where I could barely walk. Because the muscle's just in spasm from having, a needle stuck in it and then shocked.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
Yeah, I was just fixing to say, every time I've had that done, has never been pleasant. The good news, though, is that you felt it. Because, like, with me, like, when they did my carpal tunnel, last year, I think, when they did that, and they did the EMG, all for my arms, I couldn't even feel it. And I can't feel it in my legs either. Of course, I can't even feel my feet. The neuropathy is so bad. It's funny because the guy doing the ultrasound on my leg today touched my foot, and he said, "Does it hurt right here?" And I was like, "Right where?" And so he tapped harder, and I said, "Yeah, that's where it is." But, I mean, he was touching me real soft, and I couldn't even feel his touch. It was quite freaky.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo.
Yeah, mine's not that bad. I just having some balance issues because I couldn't tell how much weight I'm putting on either side of it, and driving's been a nightmare. All right there, Shannon, let me grab Phil here. I heard him twice. WV3K, KD8SLG. What's up, Phil?
Just wanted to get some electrical storming and some really hard winds. They're gusting up to around 42, 44 mile gust, and getting really heavy over here. So I'm not going to be able to stay online and get a chance to fry the radio. So have a good net if you can. I'm going to go ahead and shut down. KD8SLG, WV3K, back to you, buddy. NTAD.
Alrighty there, Phil. I got you clocked in and out. I'll say hi to Dustin for you. And you batten down the hatches and take care of yourself. Going to clear with WV3K. And I heard Dave, NT8D, in there. Hi, Dave. What's up?
Yeah,
Yeah, Roger, just flew through here. They just issued a tornado warning for between the Falls and Talmadge. So I just want to let you know those folks might be a little bit late. You can put me on a list, mark me in and out. I'll listen on the scanner while I'm listening to the weather. NTAD.
All right, keep your eye on the sky, guys. I thought Jerry was running a weather net on the Worcester repeater, W8WOO. I don't see it lighting up right now, so maybe he's just waiting for someone to tell him something else. But they were talking weather pretty heavy a few minutes ago. Thanks, Dave. You listen in and, chime back in if you feel like taking a stab at my trivia question tonight. NTAD, KD8SLG.
I might do that. NTAD.
WW8TM with traffic.
WW8TM, KD8SLG. Go ahead, Choo-Choos.
Hey guys, if you're going to be in the Green, Coventry, Akron area and Cuyahoga Falls, be very careful. We got strong horizontal rain here and gusts of wind. And they have trees fall in the section of Route 8 northbound between Cuyahoga Falls and Akron. The street lights are completely out and visibility is low. Just letting you guys know.
W8WKY.
WW8TM, KD8SLG. Thanks, man. Just kind of heard the same from Dave, but you sounds like you're boots on the ground there. So thanks for that. Keep us updated if you see anything strange. We got a little under 2 minutes before the pre-show is going to start, so I'm going to hop off here, grab myself a Mountain Dew, and make some room for it. And I'll be back in time for the girl. It's KD8SLG. I'll be back.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Texas, please don't key up when I'm about to start my bit. There's my girl. QST, QST, QST. Calling all amateurs to the Beacon Net pre-show. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio, 147 Mark 390, positive offset and a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. This is a controlled net. I ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator this evening is Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. KD8 SLG, my personal is Nick, November India Charlie Kilo. Just Nick. I'd like to remind everybody this is a linked system, so please wait for the beep. And when you check in, say your call sign phonetically, alphanumerically, and give me your name and location. It'll make things go a lot smoother, I promise you. So we meet here every Wednesday and Sunday night at 10 o'clock. That's 9 o'clock Tulsa time. Early check-ins start at 9:30. We call it the pre-show, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'll take a couple rounds of check-ins, see who we got out there, and then I will go back through all y'all and see who's going to stick around and play trivia tonight and who just stopped by to say hi. Before we get started, let's check in with tonight's net control team, make sure everybody's radios are working in this storm. We're going to start with Dustin, first up on the Mickey Mouse roll call, as I like to call it, KD8EPC. This is KD8SLG. How you doing up there, Dustin?
KD8SLG and the BeaconNet pre-show. Good evening to you, Nick. Well, we're alive. We're still here. We didn't get blown away by that round of storms that came through Medina. It blew some heavy rain and winds. I was outside watching it, but seems to be just a light rain now. So we're here as long as the antenna didn't get blown around too much. We'll be ready for the big show. With that, this is KD8EPC, back to pre-net control.
Fine business, Dustin. You sound a lot better than you did this afternoon for the boredom breaker net. So however that antenna got blown around, leave it there. Good hearing you, man. We'll do it all again one more time tonight. Something just blew against my wall. That's interesting. All right, next on the list here we got KE8QKO, Nick at Night. You out there with us tonight, Nick at Night? And how you doing?
KD8SLG, KE8QKO. Yes, sir, I'm here. I'll probably stick around. I don't know if I'm wondering if I should spend time with the wife or stick around. I think I'm probably going to stick around. But I got stuff going on this week and this weekend, and yeah, how it is. Dad's in town visiting, which is always fun. But yeah, that's it for me. So I guess with that, I'll pass it back to you, KD8.
All right, Nick, glad to have you on board, man. Good to hear you. Hey, are you going to make the meeting tomorrow night, do you think?
I want to. I don't know that I'm going to. So I actually have something I'd like to give you, but I'm probably not going to. But if I don't make it, then I can't do that. But if I do make it, then I can. Yeah, leave it up in the air. Say is a solid maybe.
Maybe works for me tonight, man. I keep getting a server error on NetLogger, so this could be tons of fun if I have to start writing stuff out. I don't know what Dustin's going to do. All right, we'll see what happens here, and we'll try to get this thing cooked up again. Nick, good to talk to you. We're going to clear with KE8QKO. Let's go to Eric. KE8VZA, KD8SLG. Did you have any problems with NetLogger tonight, Eric? You're kicking back at you?
KD8SLG, KE8VZA here. No, Nick, NetLogger worked great for me on the food net earlier, and seems to be okay right now. Anywho, we came up to periscope depth to see if it was safe to radiate, and apparently it is for now. So I'm going to be sticking around. Can't wait to hear the trivia. KE8VZA, back to you, Nick.
KZA, KDSLG. Glad to have you on board, Eric. Glad it was working for you, because it's just throwing fits at me. Every time I put a call sign in there, it locks out for a minute, and then I got to wait for a dialog box to tell me that it couldn't connect. That's just fabulous. All right, well, that takes care of the Mickey Mouse roll call. So let me tell you who I've harvested from the blue screen, who I talked to before we got started here, and a couple of people I just added that I saw down there on Echolink. So here we go. Here's who I got on the list so far. We got WB4AIZ, Chuck was in and out down in Florida. KC5RBG, Shannon's up there. WV3K, he was in and out. He's getting ready for the storm. WD8MIU, Wager on the list. NT8D, Dave's in and out, but he's listening. K5CFY, Ray, you are in slot number 10 where you always belong. KF8G, Brian, you're on the list. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, saw you sneak in. Miss Sandy and Nick down there in Cibolo, Texas. KG5SYC and KF580E, you're on the log. KC4JGC, Steve, I got you in there. KJ5FLL, Brad, for some reason, QRZ is hiccuping on your call sign, but I got you on the log. And you were in and out as well, I believe. So I got that taken care of as well once I get there. W3ETB, just saw your note there. I got you on the list. KE8YUQ, Philip, I took the liberty and added you. And KC1VQS, Paul, good to hear you back tonight. See you back tonight anyway. We'll talk to you in a minute. I'll take a round or two of check-ins, see if anybody else is left out there. Then we'll see who's sticking around for trivia tonight. This is KD8SLG, taking check-ins for the Beacon Net at 10 o'clock. I'm listening.
W8.
This is Kilo Whiskey, Bravo 5, Oscar X-Ray, Quebec, Mobile, Jim in Waco, Texas. Short time.
Kilo Alpha 0. Kilo Alpha 0, Kilo Delta Whiskey.
Waiting for the courtesy beep. Whiskey Alpha 8, Kilo Oscar Charlie. Fred in Akron.
This is November 3 X-Ray, Uniform Sierra, Gene in Clean, Texas. Checking in and out, no traffic.
Alpha 8, Charlie Tango. Craig and Shreve, checking in, Nick.
KE8QFD, Fred in Medina.
All right there, guys. Give me a second. Let me tell you who I picked up. We got WB5OXQ. Then I got K0KDW. Brad, I got you in there. WA8KOC. Fred, you're on the list. Then we had an N3XU and something, I think. I don't think that's the whole call sign, but I can't check right now. I'm going to get back with you in a second, so hang on. Then we had AA8CT Craig and KE8QFT Uncle Fred. I got you guys in there. That N3XU station, is that your whole call sign, or did I miss something? If you could please come back and correct me, I would appreciate it.
This is November 3 X-Ray, Uniform Sierra. November 3 X-Ray, Uniform Sierra. Gene in Clean, Texas, checking in and out, no traffic.
All right, I got the Sierra at the end of it this time. It got chopped off last time. So I got N3XUS. I got you marked in and out. Thanks for being here. I'll get you in the log in a second. Who else is out there right now? This is KD8SLG. I'm listening.
KD8SLG, K4OG. I'm out here right now.
KI7KME.
All right, we got two there. We got K4OG, Original Gangster, got you in there. I got a KI7 station. It sounded like IME, but I couldn't tell. Please give me your call sign phonetically.
Kilo, India, 7, Kilo, Mike, Echo.
KI7KME, I got you that time, man. Thank you very much. All right, that's enough for me to get started there. Andy, AB8MO, I see you. I'll get you in there. But let's go up to the top of the list here and see who is sticking around tonight and who's just here to get their ticket punched. Let's see if Chuck already left us. He's not out there. So let's go right to Shannon. KC5RBG. KD8SLG. How you doing tonight, Shannon? I know I already talked to you, but are you sticking around for the big show tonight?
I guess I will. I might fall asleep since I woke up so early today, but I'm going to try my best to stay awake and have some fun on the net. KC5RBG.
All right, Shannon, I got you sticking around. We'll try to keep you awake tonight. You're up first, so you don't have to stick around too long. We're going to clear with KC5RBG. WV3K Phil was in and out. Let's go to Warm Weather Wade, who's up here in the hot weather. WD8MIU, KD8SLG. By the way, Wade is looking for a ride from Maslin to the Sarah Club meeting tomorrow night. If anybody out there is available, let me know, please. WD8MIU, Wade, how you doing? And are you sticking around for the big show tonight? WD8MIU, Wade, you still there? Nothing heard. I saw him in the blue screen. He may be back for the net. NTAD's out there listening. Let's go out to Tulsa and talk to Ray. K5CFY, KDSLG. How's the weather in Tulsa, Ray? And are you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG in the net, K5CFY. Well, we've had a long dry spell here all day today since about, I guess, 7 o'clock this morning, so the drought is on, looks like. Anyway, I'll hang around, and we'll have some fun on the net. K5CFY.
Oh, that's a heck of a dry spell you had there, Ray. I hope you all know what to do without having to float around. We're going to clear with K5CFY, who's sticking around. Let's go talk to Brian. KF8G, KDSLG. How you doing tonight, Brian? You sticking around, or are you just here to get your ticket punched?
Yeah, I'll punch your ticket. How you doing? Oh, yeah, I'll stick around. Boy, oh boy. I guess sounds like somebody's a little spoiled by computer logging. That's all I do is paper log. If the 6-meter net gets logged on NetLogger or whatever that silly program is, it's John doing it because I won't do it. I think it's a pain in the neck. Oh, with that, I'll turn my grumpy self back to the standing by and listening to your check-ins. KF8G.
KF8G, KDSLG. I'm making you stick around tonight. And I can't read my own writing, so that's just not going to work for me. Seriously. We're going to clear with KF8G. Let's go out to Tulsa again, talk to Taco Tim. KI5TAQ, KDSLG. You sticking around tonight, Tim?
Good evening there, Nick. Yes, sure am. I'm sticking around tonight. We'll see what the Cornwall Beans have up their sleeves tonight. This is KI5TAQ.
right, buddy, I got you sticking around tonight. And good to talk to you, Tim. Saw a picture of you from field day, or not field day, but Hamvention. Good to see you, man. We're going to clear the KI5 TAQ. Let's go out this Cibolo. Talk to Nick and Sandy. KG5 SYC. Sandy, you're up first. You sticking around tonight? You can answer for Nick, too.
This is KG5SYC with KF5ADE. And yeah, we're sticking around. I've been watching the weather. We sit there and turn on Ryan Hall. And that's why I was wondering if you were getting blown away up there. And everything. Our daughter also had some issues with being under a warning of a tornado. And so I'll talk more when Dustin gets on. This is KG5SYC with KF5ADE. And we're hanging around.
Fine business. I'm glad you folks joined us tonight. It's always good to hear from Cibolo. We're going to clear with KG5SYC and KF5ADE. You're listening to the W8WKY repeater. This is the BeaconNet pre-show, and I'm KD8SLG, and next on the list, we're going to talk to KC4JGC, Steve in Virginia. How you doing tonight, man? Are you sticking around for trivia at the top of the hour?
W8WKY.
Oh, sure, why not? I'm not even sure how you got me on the log there, but apparently you're seeing me on TGIF. I was about to type on the blue screen there, but you kind of beat me to it. But just sitting back, relaxing, and watching Rio Bravo on the movies network there, old John Wayne flick with Walter Brennan and Ricky Nelson and Dean Martin, classic Western. So anyway, that's it here for the moment. KC4JGC.
I harvested you from NetLogger. I saw you clock in there as a monitor, and I'm feeling a little lazy tonight. So instead of making everybody check in, I've just been harvesting you guys from there. So good to have you on board, Steve, and that's a great movie. And, see if you can multitask. Keep us in the loop, too. Good talking to you. We're going to clear with KC4JGC. Next up, we got KJ5FLL. Dude, I don't remember your name, and QRZ locked me out of your call sign because QRZ's down, so that kind of makes NetLogger half work. What's your name, man? Are you going to stick around tonight for the big show? Oh, KJ5FLL was in and out. Just saw it on the blue screen. I got you in there, man. And your name's Brad. Thanks, dude. I got you in there. In and out. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Let's go to Maryland, talk to Eddie. W3ETB, KDSLG. You sticking around tonight, Eddie?
Yeah, Nick, some weird stuff going on with the internet today. I'm not sure what's happening there. Actually, RagChew.app is given an internal server error. And, I was trying to get into QRZ earlier to check on a call sign for somebody that came up on the Blue TV and on the World Wide Web, and it went down, so I guess it went down because I couldn't get in. Anyway, it's 73 degrees here in Annapolis, Maryland, and there is absolutely no wind. We had a very, very bad storm earlier today, and I'm sure that it left a lot of damage in certain areas. I didn't check outside to see if there was anything damaged outside, but there was really a lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, and a lot of rain. So I'm thinking about, there was a boat for sale. I passed on the way back from Lakeway today. I was thinking that maybe it might not be a bad idea. Anyway, back to you, and I will be here. W3TV, back to that.
All right, Eddie, I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with W3ETB. Next up, we got KE8YUQ. Philip, how you doing in Wadsworth? Sounds like it's storming up that way. Are you sticking a big show at 10 o'clock tonight? KE8YUQ, KDSLG. Out there, Philip? Nothing heard. Let's go up to Maine and talk to Paul. KC1VQS, KDSLG. How you doing tonight, Paul? And are you going to stick around for trivia at 10 o'clock? It's not too far away.
Yeah, good evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. Yes, I definitely am. I will stick around. I started the day with the barometer net, and I've done the boredom breaker, and so I'm going to see the day through. And I want to see I'm curious about the trivia. So yes, I will be here. So with that, back to net, KC1VQS.
Well, congratulations, man. You made the hat trick. You made the trifecta. All three of them today. I didn't even do that. I slept through the barometer net this morning. I did talk to a couple of guys at 6 o'clock, but I didn't hang around for the net this morning. Sorry, Fred. All right, Paul's sticking around. Awesome. All right, next up we got WB5OXQ. My QRZ's down, so what's your name? And are you sticking around tonight? One more try there, WB5OXQ. They were coming in from Texas. Let's see. Yeah, they're still connected. You still out there? And are you sticking around? Nothing heard. Let's go to Missouri, check in with Brad. K0KDW. We're getting the weather tonight, Brad. How you doing down there, and are you sticking around tonight?
I am sticking around, and it is hot and muggy. K0KDW. I was going to try to tell you that on NetLogger through RagQ, but every time I click the beacon at it says server error, so I'll be sticking around.
Yeah, I'm getting the same server error every time I try to enter a call sign. So Dustin and I are going to have fun coordinating this tonight if it continues. That's for sure. All right, Brad, I got you sticking around. Speaking of Fred, WA8KOC, KDSLG. Good evening, Fred. Sorry I missed you this morning. I slept. How are you doing tonight? You going to stick around for the big show?
Well, good evening, Just Nick, and good evening to everybody else in here enjoying the net with you. That's okay. You need your beauty sleep. I get it. I'm going to say this again tomorrow morning if AA8CS will allow me to join in on the fun. But I did get a chance to talk to Jim, WB8BMW, and Judy is in the hospital, going in for exploratory surgery tomorrow. So I just dropped over to see him today and ask how he was doing and make sure he was okay. And he seems to think that this is just going to be an ongoing thing until the big end comes around. But she's a trooper, and she's handling it pretty well. I also did try and get hold of the old goat, Dick Wilson, and I left him a message but didn't get a call back. I think he's okay, or Susan would have called us and let us know. So those two guys, they're alive and kicking. You have yourself a wonderful net this evening. Thanks for taking my check-in. I appreciate it. And no worries, maybe I'll talk to you next Tuesday. Take good care of yourself, pal. 7-3 to you and everybody else. KDSLG, WA8KOC.
Thanks for the update on Jim and Judy. Certainly our thoughts and prayers go out to Judy for sure. Fred, are you going to make the meeting tomorrow night?
Actually, I am in a little bit of a sticky wicket here, and I must stick around home tomorrow after I get home from work. I thought I was retired, but I guess not. Anyway, yeah, some issues going on here, so I have to attend to them, unless I get struck by lightning or drown in this weather we're going to have this evening. But my best to everybody. If you can give them all my very best, I'd appreciate it. Back to you, buddy.
Family before Hamily, that's for sure. We'll miss you, Fred. Thanks for letting me know. All right, next up we had Gene, N3XUS, out of Texas. He was in and out. Then we got AA8CT, KDSLG. How you doing tonight, Craig? Are you going to stick around for trivia?
W8WKY.
KD8SLG, AA8CT. Well, only because it is your trivia, I'm going to stick around, but I've got to grab a shower because I get up early in the morning, so yeah, you can try and call me, and if I answer, fine. Otherwise, just keep right on moving. Sounds like you and Dustin are going to have a fun evening anyway. So with that, sorry to hear about Jim and Judy. That's, wow. We'll possibly hear you in the morning. And if you give me a call and I answer, I'll give you a trivia answer. I'm going to hopefully stick around to at least hear the question, because that's only about 5 minutes away. So with that, thank you, Nick, for being the NCO, and have fun. AA8CT, back to KD8SLG. Have a good evening.
All right, Craig, I got you sticking around tonight, and we'll give you a holler later. Hopefully we'll hear from you. Going to clear with AA8CT. Let's keep it moving along here. KE8QFT, KDSLG. Fred, are you sticking around tonight?
Yes, I will be here. I will be here. Not to alarm anyone, I think the threat is gone now, but earlier Fox 8 was talking about tornado warning primarily for the southeast side of Cleveland. But then they returned to regular programming, and well, now I can't get a signal from Channel 8. Well, in any event, KE8QFT, just keep an eye on the weather. Returning to net control.
Okay, Uncle Fred, I got you sticking around tonight. Keep your eye in the sky. K4OG, KDSLG, are you sticking around tonight, Mark, or do you got to go to sleep?
KD8SLG, K4OG, I ain't got to do nothing. But I am sticking around, waiting for a satellite pass about 10:15 to 10:35. Just doing some analyzation. I can hit them FM birds and hear myself, but I'm trying to scratch my head and figure out why I ain't hitting the linear sidebands and hearing myself. So there you go. K4OG, we'll be here.
Looking forward to playing some satellite on field day, Mark. Going to clear with K4OG, who's sticking around. Let's go to KI7KME. I missed your name earlier, and QRZ's not working for me. Give me your name and let me know if you're sticking around tonight. KI7KME, KDSLG. Are you sticking around tonight? Nothing heard. Moving right along. AB8MO, KDSLG. Hey there, Andy. You sticking around for the big show?
Let's see if I'm getting through here. I think so. My power flickered and everything's screwed up in the process. So as long as I don't lose power again, I shall stick around. Back she comes. This is APNMO.
All right there, Andy. I got you sticking around. You sounded fine. So hope everything holds together up there. We're going to clear with AB8MO sticking around. And Philip, KE8YUQ, I saw your message. I took the green line off you. I got you sticking around. Let's go out to Tim, KE9CQD, KD8SLG. Are you sticking around for trivia, Tim?
Yes, good evening.
All right, Tim. I see you're coming in on Extended Freedom Network, so I gave you a little extra time there on the replay. I got you sticking around. We're going to clear with KE9CQD. Let's go to Bob in Barberton. KE8LYJ. Bob, you sticking around tonight?
KD8SLG, this is KA8LYJ. I shall linger. Dying to hear what you came up with for trivia. As far as weather, we had some gusts and some intermittent heavy rain, but it's all quiet now and wasn't much to speak of, although I was listening on 6.4 and Skywarn spotted a funnel cloud just a couple miles away on Hawkins around Dahlia in West Akron. That was a little too close for comfort. Anyway, I'll turn it. This is KA8LYJ.
All right, man. Hope it doesn't touch down. I got you sticking around. KC8FQV, KD8SLG, I know you're sticking around, so don't waste a whole lot of time telling me you are. But go ahead, Mark.
Stick around, and that little weather box I got from DX Engineering never went off. They had us in a tornado warning or whatever. So, KSFQV, I'll stick around, KSFQV.
I know you're sticking around, Mark, and I know some of the NOAA weather broadcast stations have been doing some upgrades or something and aren't working, so that may be the explanation for why your box didn't scream at you. I got you sticking around, Mark. Going to clear with KC8FQV. And at the bottom of my list, W2JLS, KD8SLG, my brother from another mother. You staying up with us tonight, John?
Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Lima Golf. This is W2JLS, and yes, sir, yes, brother, sir. I'll be sticking around, and yeah, thanks for catching me here at the bottom of the list. W2JLS will be hanging. All right, so yeah, good job with the prenet.
Yeah, hopefully NetLogger doesn't argue with me anymore tonight. I got you sticking around, John. Good to have you on board. We're going to clear a W2JLS. I'd like to thank everybody who stuck around with me for the prenet tonight. It's a good time nonetheless. It's time for Dustin to light up the nighttime airwaves. KD8EPC. This is KD8SLG. Light them up, D.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Good evening and welcome to the Beacon Net. My name is Dustin. My call sign is KD8EPC, and I'll be your net control for the evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496, Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net. All traffic must pass through net control, and all stations are welcome to check in. We'll take multiple rounds of check-ins, so if you don't get in the first time, just stand by, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. We're in with our friends in Oklahoma, Fireside, and various other networks. We asked you to key for a couple seconds before and after you transmit. Make sure you let everything drop so we can hear everything you have to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please call now. right, not hearing any emergency or priority traffic stations waiting to check into the beacon net that haven't already checked into the pre-show. Please say your call phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo Echo 8 from Hotel Quebec, KE8, BHQ, Benjamin, Mobile.
8, Papa Julia Whiskey, KAPJW, Philip in Twinsburg.
PDGH.
All right, we picked up a couple there. We have a KA-BHQ Ben in the Mobile, and we have K8PJW Phil in Twinsburg. All right, let's get this party started. Well, let's go up to Just Nick real quick and get our trivia question. KD8SLG, what do you have for us?
W8WKY.
Alrighty then, here we go. A number of famous broadcasters are known for having or having had ham licenses. Which two of the following were not licensed ham operators? Alpha, Walter Cronkite. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Or Echo, Art Bell. Once again, a number of famous broadcasters are known for having or having had ham licenses. Which two of the following were not licensed ham operators? Walter Cronkite, Alpha. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Or Echo, Art Bell. Once again, you're looking for the anti-answers here. Who wasn't a ham? And you need two of them, because one of these is just a gimme. It's KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, very good there, Nick. You already know my answers are double D's there, but let's start with our mobile tonight. I think we've only got one. KBHQ, Ben in the Mobile. How you doing, my friend? Take it away.
KD8EPC, KE8BHQ. I'm doing good, Dustin. The rain stopped just in time for me to drive home. Looking forward to seeing all you guys at the meeting tomorrow and looking forward to field day in the coming weeks. So I'm going to get right on down to trivia and go with you with a double D and let you get on down through the list. This is KE8BHQ, and I'll give it back to you.
All right there, Ben. Well, great to hear you out there tonight. I won't be at the meeting, but I'll see you probably for a little bit of field day. I'll definitely be swinging through there. So we'll say 73 to you for now. Have a great evening. We'll catch you down the log. All right, that was our only mobile. Let's go back to the top. Let's start with my good friend Shannon, KC5 Real Big Guns for the second time today. How are you?
Hey there, Dustin, KC5RBG, and yeah, great to talk to you twice. And you know, I already got my reading on the ultrasound that I took this afternoon. It was good, so today was a good day, I guess. Eyes still a little bit sore. My vision's just starting to come back, getting a little sharper. You know, because they dilate my eyes, and man, they do it so much that it keeps me blind for quite some time. But anyway, I think we're going to get a break from storms tonight. Last night.
Are we? I thought it's supposed to storm more tonight.
Hold on. It was really bad last night, that's for sure. I don't know how much rain that Tulsa officially got, but it was a lot. And they're saying out at Keystone Lake that I think they're 20 feet over flood stage. And so what's going to end up happening is I think they're going to go up 2 more feet. They're saying they're going to go up 12 inches each day till the 20th. before it crests. So, yeah, Keystone Dam's letting out a lot of water, and hopefully they're not going to get too bad. Rimmel and Jackie got out of the house today, and his road was flooded, so he drove through it, and on the other side was an officer. So the officer stopped him, and they told him he could get a $500 ticket for doing that. And Rimmel thought he was going to get that ticket, but the cop said, well, you're a veteran, so I'm going to let you go with a warning. So he got really, really lucky. But, yeah, if you see water, don't drive through it. It's not worth it. Go around, find some other way. But, yeah, anyway, that's my PSA for tonight. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. God bless, and 73. Back to net control.
All right there, Shannon. Well, great to hear you out there. And, boy, I'm glad you're not getting much more weather there. So we'll say 73 to you. Glad to hear you out there, and I hope you're recovering well. And Nick did hear KEGH, so he's got him on the list there. So, all right, let's go back up here and let's talk to Wade, WD8MIU. You still with us?
I sure am. Say hi to everybody. I saw Eric said hi to me on the blue screen. At any rate, we're now in Maslin at my daughter's house, and we'll be here until Sunday. And then we head over to Louisville, which is about 12 miles from where my son lives. But anyway, had a good time last night. Appreciate those that did show up. And I have a ride to the meeting tomorrow night, so I'm all set there. It's not Nick, obviously, or Ron. I found a couple guys here in Maslin. I knew one of them really well, and the other one I'll find out. I'm sure I've seen him. I just don't remember his call sign. But Nick gave it to me. At any rate, that's about all I got. The trivia question, wow, I'm trying to remember the... I'd say C. C is, well, we know D is not, but C is probably the one that's not. All right, back over to you, Dustin, WD8MIU.
All right there, Wade. Well, it was good to see you last night, and I'm glad that you were able to make it to the meeting tomorrow there. And we'll say 73, and hopefully catch you there at Field Day. All right, let's go down here to let's see. That's going to be Mr. Ray now, K5CFY. How you doing there, Ray? What's going on?
KD8 EPC and an F, K5CFY. Good evening there, Dustin. Good to talk to you again today. Thanks for getting me in here, and looks like you guys have got the storms that came through us early this morning. But it looks like the tornado warning has been canceled, so it just got some high wind and that sort of stuff. But anyway, I'm going to go with Bravo and Delta. So that's my guesses for today. We'll give it back to you there, Dustin. Appreciate you doing the net and keeping the beacon net going. We'll say 73, y'all. Take care. Keep an eye on the sky. K5CFY.
All right there, Ray. We got you down for Bravo and Delta, and I think I'll steal your answers there too, Bravo and Delta. And yeah, we had that line of storms. It was really quick, and it dumped a bunch of rain, but it's done here now, I think. So we're going to say 73 to you. Have a great evening. And for anybody who doesn't know, you can catch Mr. Ray and all the other wonderful net controllers every day on the Boredom Breaker net. That's Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. They start at noon Central Time, go a couple hours, and switch net controls at the top of the hour. So check them out if you can. With that, Ray, we'll say 73. Have a great night, and hopefully stay dry over there. I know you've had a bunch of rain lately. So we're going to say 73, and that's going to bring me on down here to Brian, KF8G. Take it away there, Brian.
No, I think I'll be real original and say Bravo and Delta, too. I don't know. Not much going on. Friday we're going train spotting. I got to drop an antique radio off for some repairs. over toward Toledo, so I'm going to take Del with me. We're going to go check out train spotting in the Toledo area, so that's going to be our thing for the weekend. Other than that, I got a car show Sunday. I was thinking about going to Mid-Ohio on Sunday, but, oh man alive, it's going to be blazing hot, so we'll see. I guess, well, then I'll go to dinner for the club tomorrow, but I got Corvette Club on later in the evening, so I'll go to that, but I'll try to split my duties, I guess you could say. With that, I'll turn it back to Ned, KFHE. Good evening, everyone.
W8WKY.
All right there, Brian. We'll say 73 to you, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go over to Taco Tim, KI5TAQ. What's going on, Tim?
Oh, good afternoon, or I should say good evening, Dustin. This makes two in a row for me right now. This net and the Boredom Breaker net. So all I got to do now is just say for my trivia answers, I'll be like Rev Kev, double D, and we'll just let it be at that. So I'll let you get back with the net. This is KI5TAQ.
All right there, Tim. We'll say 73 to you and have a great night. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. Let's go down to Texas. Let's talk to Miss Sandy, KG5SYC. Take it away.
This is KG5SYC, and hello, Dustin, and just Nick, and Nick at night, and Andy, and all the rest of the net controllers, and I don't know if Josh and Lucy are listening, but hello to you, and good luck on that new baby coming up. For us, we're trying to recover from last week's rainstorm. It sit there and rained so hard, we had water in the house. So now we're having to have a roofing company come in and replace the roof. Hopefully, we'll find that out tomorrow. But we definitely had water in the house, so which isn't a good thing. So that's what we've been doing, is trying to battle that deal with the insurance. And so other than that, we watched the boys a little bit today. While Mama went and got her driver's license renewed, and other than that, we've just been piddling around here, going through stuff, trying to get rid of a few things and lighten the load up just a little bit. And I'll let Nick talk to you about other things. This is KG5SYC. Oh, trivia. Yeah, I guess that would be a good thing. Trivia, I'm going to go with C and D. So there you go. KG5SYC. Back to net control.
All right there, Miss Sandy. Well, I hope you're able to deal with those insurance companies sooner than later. I know they're really a pain to deal with sometimes. So we'll say 73 to you and have a great night. And that's going to bring me on over to Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. What do you know?
Good evening, Dustin, and the net. This is Nick, Nickelodeon, KF5ADE. And yeah, we've been doing yard work, and like Sandy's already reported about the house. So we have some volunteer acorn squash going out. We did a modification on the planter that I built a number of years ago, and to kind of help support the acorn squash as it's peeling itself over out of the planter. So with that, I hope it works, and I hope we get some good acorn squash come in another month or so. Let's see. That's about the size of it. Like Sandy says, we're getting ready for this impending insurance battle. So, trivia question. I'm going to have to ask, could you just repeat the choices? You don't need to go through the whole thing. I know we're looking for the not answer.
but I'm just curious of what we have to choose from besides Cornwall to beam. KF5AD back to net control.
I'll tell you what, Nickelodeon, I would be happy to have our one trivia question for the evening totally reread and the answers, too. That way it's clear for everybody there. Let me go back to my partner in crime here, KD8SLG. Nick, would you mind me reading us the trivia, please?
KD80PC, KD8SLG, with pleasure, Dustin. All right. A number of famous broadcasters are known for having or having had ham licenses. Which two of the following were not licensed ham operators? Alpha, Walter Cronkite. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. And Echo, Art Bell. Once again, Alpha, Walter Cronkite. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. And Echo, Art Bell. Most of those guys are old enough for you to remember, Nick. KD8SLG, back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick. Let's go back to Nickelodeon now. KF5ADE, take it away.
Yeah, this is KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. Okay, we're going to go with Bravo Delta. If I'm not mistaken, I hope that's the correct way. We'll find out in the end, one way or the other. It's all fun and good and lots of games. So, all right, Bravo Delta, and we'll talk to you guys later on. You guys stay dry and safe up there. KF5AD, back to net control.
All right there, Nickelodeon. We got you out for Bravo and Delta. We'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you on down the log. Let's go over to Steve now, KC4JGC. How you doing, Steve? I think you're not in the tractor trailer tonight, right?
Oh, no. I delivered my empty container back to the port late this morning and made it home a couple hours later after going back to the company yard. But, no, I'll be home for, I think, the rest of the week. Unless something comes up last minute. But, a trivia question, Bravo and Delta. Mainly because Delta, I don't think I've heard that name before. But, anyway, yeah, warm and steamy evening. Temperature's about 82 degrees still at 10:23 in the evening. So I gotta go out and close up my car windows before any chance of a downpour happens. But anyway, back to you, KC4JGC.
All right there, Steve. We're glad to hear you out there. We got you down for B&D, and I'll tell you what, I rolled my windows up earlier because it's 72 and rainy now, and it was raining really good earlier there. So enjoy your time there, Steve. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you on down the log. That's going to bring me over here to Eddie now, W3ETB, for the second time today. How you doing, Eddie?
Hi, Dustin. Yeah, second time in a day. Second time in one day. Yeah. Hi again. Yeah, it's kind of quiet now after that big storm we had earlier. So, hoping that it's not going to be too much more of this stuff. But they are calling for tomorrow 80% chance of rain. And the daughter and the granddaughters, they said that they might get together tomorrow for lunch or dinner or something other. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll make a be floating by the restaurant or something other. Who knows? With all this rain stuff we've been having, it's really weird because I don't think we really usually have this much energy.
but it's more like April type of thing. April flowers, April showers bring me flowers, they usually say. Anyway, the trivia questions, actually, I think I'll go with D and E. You know, that to me sounds pretty good. D and E are my answers to the trivia, and you have a good night. Nick, have a good night, and we'll say 73 to you both, and catch you later. W3ETB, back to net.
W8WKY.
All right there, Eddie. Good to hear you twice in one day there. We're going to say 73 to you, my friend, and have a great night. Let's go over to Philip now, K8YUQ. How you doing?
Echo 8, Yankee Uniform, Quebec. Doing good here. Good hearing everyone tonight. My public safety announcement is that a friend of mine just learned that his house burnt down. His attached garage, he had a DeWalt battery on a workstation on the wall to the house, and the DeWalt battery went into lithium thermal runaway and burnt the house down. He was lucky enough to get out of it and barely got out of it. We probably shouldn't be leaving those things, chargers, running unless we're around them from the sounds of it. And with that answers, I'm going to go with Delta. So back to you, Dustin.
All right there, yeah, you got to watch those lithium batteries for sure, man. They're something else. We got you out for D and E for your trivia. We'll say 73 to you, and thanks again for joining us. And we'll catch you on down the log. And that's going to bring me over here to Paul now, KC1VQS. Good to hear you again, Paul. How you doing?
I'm doing fine this evening, and I just want to comment on the battery situation. Just about 3 weeks ago, we had a high school student with a phone or a tablet or something in the backpack start to do something, and smoke was rolling out, and they had to take the whole backpack out into the parking lot and call the fire department. So those lithium batteries are tricky. Just wanted to add that in. But trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Delta. There's only one of those that I know for sure, and that's obviously not one of them, but that's my choice tonight. So I'm going to turn it back to you. Net control from KC1VQS.
All right there, Paul. Yeah, those lithium batteries are unpredictable if they go wrong. So there you go. Glad to hear you. We got you out for Bravo and Delta, and we hope to hear you again on the Beacon Net real soon. We're going to say 73, and we're going to jump on over here to Missouri and talk to Brad, K0KDW. This is KD8EPC. Take it away, my friend.
All righty. Good evening up there in Ohio. I'm going to go for sure with Delta, and a wild guess, I'm going to go with Alpha on the second. Other than that, not much else, just warm and muggy, unfortunately. Summer does begin 9:40 Central Time Friday evening, so the first full day of summer will be Saturday. And at least down here in southern Missouri, it's coming in full force, 90 with heat indices in the low 100s. So, yay for that. Not much else to report, and we'll send it back to you guys in Ohio. Have a good evening, Dustin, and hello again to Nick there in the background. KA0KDW.
All right there, Brad. We got you out for Alpha and Delta. We'll say 73 to you, and have yourself a great evening, my friend. Let's jump on over here to Fred, WA8KOC. How you doing there, Fred? You're awake awfully late. All right, one more time there. He may have been in and out. W8KOC, Freddie, is still there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go talk to Craig, AA8CT. Take it away. Man, 2 strikes in a row. One more time. Craig, AA8CT, are you there?
My Allstar link went blank on the screen, so I'm sitting there pushing buttons to get it back. I'm going to be crazy. I'm going to do Bravo and Echo, BE. And, yeah, it's going to be short, so I'm going to head out. Thank you so much for doing the NCO. Thank Nick. That was a really, really good trivia question, Nick. Thumbs up on that one. So this is AA8CT back to Dustin at net control of the Beacon Net. Thank you, my friend. See you down the log.
All right there, Craig. Yeah, there's nothing worse than when Allstar goes blank right in the middle of trying to transmit. So we got you out for B&E. We'll say 73 and have a great evening. And we're going to jump to the north end of town now. Uncle Fred, KQFT, what's going on?
Thank you, Dustin. Thank you, Nick, for all you're doing there behind the scenes also. Everyone else involved in the production of this net. I got to see, a couple of these broadcasters. Walter Cronkite, he would always say, and that's the way it was, and then give the date. And, he was regarded as the most honest broadcaster and all this stuff. Art Bell, I used to listen to him on the radio coming home from work all the time. He talked about a big hole. I forget, I think it was in Texas or somewhere. You could throw anything into this hole and it never fill up. I mean, talking about throwing cars and school buses and all kinds of stuff into this hole, and it would never get full. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there, all that stuff. As I believe I said, A and D will be my choices. Not much else going on. Say hi. Alright. I'm just being silly trying to get the cat to purr. She'll do it all day long, but not on the radio. Other than that, not much going on. Oh, yeah, nice to see Wade in the group yesterday. KE8 QFT back to net control.
All right there, Uncle Fred, we got you down for A and D. We'll say 73 to you, and we're going to go over here to K4OG. Mark, how you doing there? Take it away.
KD8 EPC, K4OG. Good evening, Dustin and everyone. Well, that's a wonderful trivia question there, Nick. When you said one of them was a give me, not the right answer, I immediately thought of Arthur Godfrey. That knucklehead couldn't hold a license. Well, you wouldn't think you could, being a comedian. But I guess I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. It's just a guess, so there you go. Hope everybody finds their property intact tomorrow morning, and watch out for tree limbs and stuff. K4OG. And the garbage cans that fly around. Back to net.
All right there, everything seems to be intact here, Mark, so hopefully it is for everybody else, too. We'll say 73 to you. Have a great night, and we'll catch you down the log, and that's going to bring me over to the land of snow and maple syrup. ABA&MO, my good friend Andy, how you doing?
W8WKY.
KD80P. Whoa, let me turn that down. Too many radios on. This is AB8MO. Well, doing much better. The storms blew through. Power flickered a few times and screwed up my node and a few other things. So I missed most of the pre-show because I was rebooting everything, but so far everything has stayed online. Trivia? I don't know. I'll just go with the Walters. How about that? I don't think anybody's saying AB. Alpha, Bravo, AB. Get it? Anyway, that's about all I got from here. It was great seeing you yesterday. And Uncle Fred as well, and Phil and Wade. I think that was everybody. So, look forward to doing it again here real soon. I'm going to miss field day. I'm going to be coming home from vacation that day, driving home, and I'll be home Saturday night, but I don't know if I'm going to be up to going anywhere after driving for 11 hours. Well, I won't be. I'll be one of 3 drivers, but I'll be traveling for 11 hours, so I don't know that I'm going to be up to traveling to a field day site after that, so I'll probably just take a pass this year. Back to you there, Sir Squatch. Thanks for all that you do for amateur radio. KD8EPC, this is AB8MO.
All right there, Andy. Well, maybe you'll have to set up something in the mobile so you can do a mobile field day on your way home. So there you go. We get shot for Alpha and Bravo. Good to see you yesterday. We'll say 73, and we'll do it again real soon. Let's go over to Tim now, KE9CQD. Good evening. Take it away.
Well, good evening, Dustin, and everyone else on the Beacon Net. Not too much going on here, enjoying a kind of quiet day. Afternoon. Mornings are full of PBS this week, so kind of busy. All 5 of my family members are involved in it. But enjoying a calm evening. It sounds like the rain finally stopped up here in northwest Indiana, maybe 5 or so minutes ago, and playing some video games and listening to the radio and catching the Beacon Net, so enjoying it. As far as trivia tonight, I'm going to go with Alpha and Charlie, A and C. Not totally sure, but we'll see. Anyway, I'll turn it back over to Net Control. This is KE9CQD.
All right there, Tim. Glad to have you with us tonight. A pleasure to hear you as always. We got you down for air conditioning tonight, Alpha and Charlie. We'll say 73. Have a great evening, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. That's going to bring me on over here to Bob now, KA8LYJ. Good evening. How are you?
Hey, good evening, Dustin. Good evening, Net. This is KA8LYJ. Hey, look, I scored a hat trick. I hit all 3 nets today. Power held on here, Barberton's north end, but listening to the scanner, they lost a substation on the west side, so the other side of town is out of power and out of AC, and I don't envy them. Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night. XYL and I plan to hit CASA ahead of time, and she's really excited today. Have to send her without me. I have another commitment over in Berea that day. As far as trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. And I'll give it back to you. This is KA8LYJ.
All right there, Bob. Well, hopefully the power holds out for you and doesn't go out and you get to keep your air conditioning. We got you out for Charlie and Delta, and I unfortunately won't see you at the meeting because I don't plan to attend. So there you go. We'll say 73, and we'll look forward to catching you down the log real soon. That's going to bring me to Northern Mark now, KC8FQV. This is KD8EPC. Take it away.
Set. KCFQV. Well, I'm going to say B and D. BD. The manufacturer of
some of the diabetes supplies. I'll take BD. And, yeah, this thing I bought over at DX Engineering, this is 4 or 5 years ago. For the severe weather, it's supposed to sound when it comes. But tonight it didn't sound. It just sitting over there and never sounded. So apparently it must have not felt we were going to have anything. I mean, we did have some rain come down at times today and tonight. But yeah, I want to say BD. And we'll, we're going to get out tomorrow night to the meeting. And that. So everything else is going good. It's getting humid. So we'll send it back to net, KSFQV.
All right there, Mark. We got you on for Bravo and Delta, and the reason that thing didn't work is because a bunch of the National Weather Service weather radios are down right now due to some upgrades and maintenance and stuff. So if it doesn't receive the signal to go off, it won't go off, and that's why it didn't. So 73, have a great night, Mark, and we'll catch you down the log. And that's going to bring me on over to my good friend John, W2 at JLS. How you doing, John? What's going on?
KD8ETC, this is W2JLS. Good evening on your ears, buddy. Yeah, I'm just sitting here working some math on the computer and celebrated my son's birthday a little bit late. I was trying to rein in the household for it, but it's so hard getting all 5 of us together at the same time. It seems almost impossible. So 3 of us enjoyed some chocolate cake. It was something made by the fine folks out of the Acme Fresh Market here in Fairlawn, and it was quite lovely, very chocolatey, shaved chocolate on top and stuff, and it's just, rich and thick. I think I might even try to have a sliver of that in the morning with a really nice cup of coffee. That sounds good. Anyway, so that's tonight, and the rain was really amazing and kind of scary a couple times. Those clouds that looked like the end of the world was upon us. It was kind of cool. I got some cool pictures. What else did I do? I had this car problem yesterday. It turned out when I was driving home, my power system malfunctioned. That's what my car told me, and turned out to be a broken serpentine belt, which made perfect sense because my defogging capabilities also crapped out around the same time. So I was thinking probably serpentine belt, but you got so many ECUs on these cars these days that it could have been just systems were shutting down as a function of losing power. So it could have been the alternator, but it wasn't. It was replacing a battery and the serpentine belt. Anyway, my answers tonight are going to be B and D. And I'm going to have to mention a shout-out to Art Bell. I like Art Bell a lot. Entertaining. Didn't always agree with his guests, but it was fun to listen. And I've been listening a lot lately, even as Art's been dead for a couple of years. I still like tuning in once in a while, going through the vault. Anyway, thanks for having me, Dustin. W2JLS, back to you, sir.
All right, W2JLS, we got you on for Bravo and Delta, John, and so great to hear you out there tonight, my friend, and have you a little sliver of that cake. We're going to say 73, and we're going to go talk to Phil now. K8EJW, take it away.
KD8EPC, KPJW, good evening, Dustin, and good evening to all the Beacon netizens out there. Great to hear everyone this morning. I'm completing my trifecta for the day, so I feel pretty good about that. You can put me down for Bravo Delta. That makes the most sense to me as well. And we had a tornado warning here between 9:25 and 9:45, so the sirens went off when we headed down to the basement for a short while. And it was uneventful. It's very noisy, but that's about it. From the thunder and the storm going by. And I heard on the scanner trees that had come down and that kind of stuff. I'm sure they're all working that out. So with that, I'll hand it back to you, Dustin. Have a great evening. I don't know if I'll hang around long enough for the answer, but I'll do my best. Okay, EPJW, back to the net.
All right there, Phil K8PJW. Well, it's great to hear you out there. We got you down for Bravo and Delta, and if you don't make it, you can always ask Nick in the AM what the answer was. So there you go. We're going to say 73 to you, and that's going to bring me down to K8EGH. Kevin, how you doing? One more time there. Let's try for K8EGH. Kevin, are you out there? All right, nothing heard. Let's go over to RevKev, K6KJV. What's going on the West Coast?
Hello there, Mr. Dustin and Nick. Thanks for picking me up off the dashboard. I appreciate that. And rest of the crew and everyone else on the net. No, not much is going on here. Just kicking back, getting ready to eat some dinner. And I just want to say God bless to all them people out there that are doing the vacation Bible schools. That is awesome. We need more of that. Because that right there, that was the only school that I ever looked forward to every year when I was a kid. So I learned a lot, and I appreciated it. All them people that stepped up and put it on when I was a kid. So let's see, getting to trivia. You threw a ringer in on me here, Nick. Well, whichever one was Walter Cronkite, and of course D as in Delta, because you know you never can go wrong with Cornwaldo bean. But even though the Cornwaldo beans, I don't think any of them's licensed amateurs, because they don't need no stinking licenses from the FCC. So with that, I'll say God bless, protect, prosper, bring peace and healing to each and every one of all y'all, your families and friends. And I will turn the mic back over to you, Dustin, Mr. Dustin. That's right, from K6KJV. The mic is yours, sir.
All right there, Kevin. Well, great to hear you out there. We got you down for Alpha and Delta. So we're going to say 73 to you, my friend. God bless, and have a great evening, and we'll catch you on down the log real soon. Rev Kev was at the bottom of the list as it stands. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net, and I'm looking for some more check-ins. Please call now.
Yeah, network control, this is KJ5ATA, Kilo Juliet 5, Alpha Tango Alpha, Guy from Georgetown, Texas, KJ5ATA.
Victor Echo 3, Delta. AC in and out. Nine Kilo India Whiskey and 9 KW. Victor Echo 3, Delta Alpha Charlie in and out.
All right, we got a few there. Let me make sure I've got it, and let me wait for the net logger to update here. Let me drop it real quick. We picked up a KG5ATA Guy. There was a 3-station I missed. There's November 9 Kilo Juliet Whiskey, and then there was another 3-station at the end there that was in and out. So let me go back here. The 3-station that checked in after Guy, you dropped out. Would you please come back with your call phonetically and give me your name and location, please?
Victor Echo 3, Delta Alpha Charlie, QTH, Meaford, Ontario, Canada. My name here is Matthew. I am for a in and out. Although I heard the trivia and I would have to go for Charlie and Delta. Back to you, Net Control.
All right there, we got your answers down. We appreciate your in and out there. I think you were the second one I caught too there. Let me make sure though, did we miss anybody on that round? If we missed anybody else, go ahead and call now. Nothing heard. Let's go back and talk to Guy now. KG5ATA. What's going on, Guy?
Yeah, Beacon Net Network Control. Dustin. This is KJ5ATA. I know you're saying G, but it's KJ5ATA. Anyways, yeah, what the heck? Once again, too late to know what the questions are. So I cannot answer the trivias. But today, it's been a hot day here in Texas, and my club has cleaned out their shack. And they had a lot of surplus in there, and I glommed on a bunch of stuff that I am rifling through, and I'm just having a heck of a time, trying to get through all of it. I got ham sticks, I got meters, I got a real cool power supply. I got a 2-meter ICOM radio that I want to test out and see how that's going to work out for me. I got antennas. Oh man, I got a boatload of stuff I want to fuss with, and it's going to be great. I think. We'll see. I could be just killing time. Anyways, it's all going to be good. And as far as, listening to Coast to Coast, that's the best show that used to be on. I used to listen to it when I drove some truck, a while back, overnight and all that kind of stuff. And George Norrie, there's a bunch of really, really crazy stories. Anyways, if you want to tell me the trivia, I can answer them after a while, but or if not, that's okay. This is KJ5ATA, back to network.
All right there, guys. Sorry I got your call wrong. I don't know why I said G, but I'm going to I'm going to have Nick reread the trivia for you anyway, so you can take a shot at it, because we haven't reread it in a minute anyway. So, KD8SLG, just Nick, take it away.
KD8SLG returning. Tonight's question is, a number of famous broadcasters are known for having or having had ham licenses. Which two of the following were not licensed ham operators? We're looking for two answers of the guys who were not ham licensees. Alpha, Walter Cronkite. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Or Echo, Art Bell. Once again, Alpha, Walter Cronkite. Bravo, Walter Winchell. Charlie, Arthur Godfrey. Delta, Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Or Echo, Art Bell. It's KDSLG. Back to you, D.
All right, thanks, Nick. Really appreciate that. Let's go back to Guy one more time. KJ5ATA, take it away.
Yeah, this is KJ5ATA. My answer will be Delta. It's just Cornwallo Bean seems like it should be that's the answer, but hey, what the heck? It's a guess. It's a pull out of the air, So we'll see how it comes out. And anyways, yeah, it's all good. So Dustin, once again, good net, everything. And this is KJ5ATA, back to network.
W8WKY.
All right there, Guy. We'll say 73, and we'll catch you on down the log there. All right, next on the list here is N9KIW. I didn't catch your name, but go ahead.
Hey, very good, Justin, and thanks for running the net. Name here is Chip Charlie Hotel India Papa. I'm located near Philadelphia. Enjoying the net, and so plan to jump in here as regularly as I can. So it's warming up here. I think it's supposed to be in the 90s tomorrow. So we can look forward to those higher utility bills. That's how it goes. And as far as the trivia question, I'll go with Bravo and Delta. Back to net from November 9, Kilo India Whiskey.
All right there, Chip. We're glad to have you with us tonight, and we got your answers down as Bravo and Delta this evening. Yeah, the Beacon, that's every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8 WKY repeater. That's 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8 WKY-R. And like I said, that's every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We started pre-show half hour before where we kind of get everybody lined up before we get started. And we always have trivia, and it's a good time there. So thanks again, Chip. We'll say 73, and we'll look forward to catching you on down the log. This is KD8EPC with the Beacon Net. I'm at the bottom of the list, and I'm looking for more check-ins. Please call now. All right, there may have been somebody trying there, but all I got was a dead key there. We'll make one more call before we go talk to the net control team. Any other stations before we go up and talk to the net control team, please call now.
Dustin, that's the Rack Nerd Hub. I believe that's out of Texas. 559820. You guys are just dead keying us. Key to SLG.
And now in 3DMC.
All right, thanks, Nick. And that last station, N3 was at DMC, is that correct? Would you come back one more time, give it to me phonetically, and give me your name, please?
November 3, Delta Mike Charlie, Dave, Riesel, Texas. I was checking on your dead key, see what was going on. I'll check in though.
Very good there. Appreciate you checking it out for us. But yeah, we got you on the list now, so go ahead. How you doing, and welcome to the Beacon Net.
I'm doing well, doing well. I heard you say you were having issues, so I've just been sitting here listening. I enjoy listening to you, Ned. Now, I'll check in. I'm doing great tonight. I appreciate you letting me check in. Pass it back to you. Thank you. N3DMC.
All right, N3DMC. Well, thanks so much for joining us. We really do appreciate that. And we'll say 73 to you, and come back and join us when you can. Let's go up and talk to the net control team. My answers are Bravo and Delta, so let's go talk to, let's talk to KQKO, Nick at night. How you doing there, Nick? What's going on?
KQKO, hello, Dustin. Maybe I'm confused. I thought I only heard the one question, which would be Echo for Nick's question. Was there another question that I missed a number of times? They were reread?
Nope, Nick, it's one question, 2 answers. Do you need it reread?
Oh, no. You know what? I'll go with Bravo and Echo. See how that works out for me. All right. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I misunderstood the question. We'll see how my answers end up. But yeah, doing pretty good. Actually have today or tomorrow off, so I have a semi-relaxed evening tonight. My dad and I went out and hung out a little bit tonight. He's visiting from out of town, leaving next week, but, that's how it goes. Can't stay forever. Yeah, that's really all I've got going on. I may or may not make the meeting tomorrow. I know he has plans, so I don't have to worry about that. But also, I've got family stuff, so I'm not sure how my wife will... how excited she'll be if I go to the meeting. We'll see how things work out. But, yeah, aside from that, I will pass it back to you, KUTKF.
All right there, Nick. We'll enjoy your time with your dad there and enjoy your day off tomorrow. So we'll say 73. We got you down for B&E. Let's go to KVZA. Eric, take it away.
KE8EPC in the group, KE8VZA here. Good net so far. I have to admit I dozed off for a little bit of it because I started activating couches on the air, and you know how that can go. Anyway, trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Delta. Charlie and Delta. What else? Looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night. Going to try to get down there to have a Texas burrito beforehand. That just sounds very good to me. And looking forward to field day as well. Other than that, not a whole lot. Just kicking back, enjoying the net. So KE8VCA, back to you, Dustin.
All right there, Eric. Good to hear you out there tonight. We got you out for Charlie and Delta, and we won't be at the meeting, so we won't see you there. But if you do go, have a Texas burrito for me. We're going to say 73, and we're going to go to KD8SLG. Just, Nick, give us your comments, Nick. Let it drop and give us the trivia answer.
KD8EPC, this is KD8SLG. Thanks, Dustin. I wanted to kind of get this done by 11 so everybody who's sleepy can take off, and if we want to keep begging for check-ins for a while, we certainly can. Comments? I'm looking forward to the meeting tomorrow night. I think most of the show is mine, so it'll be a short meeting. Sorry you're not going to be there. 10 sleeps to field day. Speaking of sleepy, Eric there. So 10 sleeps until field day. I hope everybody has something to do for that. Let's get to trivia here. Let me drop it for a sec. All right, tonight's question was a number of famous broadcasters known for having or having had ham licenses. Which two of the following were not licensed ham operators? Walter Cronkite was Alpha, Walter Winchell was Bravo, Arthur Godfrey was Charlie, Delta was Colonel Cornwaldo Bean, and Echo was Art Bell. So let's see. Tonight's answers are Bravo and Delta. That's Walter Winchell, and of course Colonel Cornwaldo Bean. Let's see. Ray, Brian, Paul, Mark FQV, John W2JLS, Phil PJW, and Chip got it right tonight. And so did you, Dustin, by the way. But let me tell you about the answers, and the non-answers are actually more interesting. But Walter Winchell is a popular news reporter and gossip columnist, and who famously used the telegraph key during his radio broadcast. He incorporated the sound of the telegraph key into his broadcast to create a sense of urgency and excitement, mimicking the speed and immediacy of a news bulletin. His broadcasts were known for their rapid-fire delivery and use of slang, and the telegraph key added to the dramatic effect. He was not a ham. And just a reminder for everybody that Colonel Cornwaldo Bean is not a rank. Colonel is his first name. Colonel Cornwaldo Bean was not a ham, but he did have a CB license back in the day, or a CB handle back in the day, and his handle was CC Pepper, but that was pronounced CC Peppa. You got to drop the R like KC8FQV drops the 8s. CC Peppa. All right, now let me drop it, and I'll tell you about the guys who were hams.
W8WKY.
After a word from our sponsor. Walter Cronkite, he was a ham, and as Fred mentioned earlier, he ended his every newscast with, and that's the way it is, on June 18th, 2025. His call sign was Kilo Bravo 2 Golf Sierra Delta, and he was considered the most trusted man in America, a moniker that I would definitely not assigned to any news anchors these days. Arthur Godfrey, sort of a comedian, and he started his shows with very Holmesy kind of introductions like, hello, 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 and how are ya, how are ya, how are ya? His call sign was K4LIB. Kilo 4, Lima, India, Bravo. And Art Bell from Coast to Coast AM, loved that show, was Whiskey 6, Oscar Bravo, Bravo. And George Norrie is the host of late. I haven't listened in a while, but last time I was listening, George Norrie was the host, and he has a good time, but he's also a host on Ancient Aliens, which is one of my favorite shows. So there. So I've got a story. Do we have enough time for a story tonight, Dustin? Dustin, did I lose you?
Help if I picked up the right microphone. Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. So several decades plus a few years ago, when I was a manager, a restaurant manager for a chain restaurant, we had a crew that would clean overnight, and we actually locked them in the building. It was usually just one guy, but on the weekends it was two. But they got locked in the building, literally chained in there, security system turned on, everything. If the door was knocked open, the police would show up. It was a big deal. And those guys, we left the radio on for them overnight. Of course, the radio was in the manager's office, and that's the one room they couldn't get into because it was locked, which is probably why it always smelled like an ashtray and looked like the maid hadn't been there in 6 months. But that's beside the point right now. As a nice manager, I would ask these guys what they wanted to listen to before I left at midnight or 1 in the morning, and one of them always wanted me to put on Coast to Coast. So I started listening to that on my way home, and it was still Art Bell back in that time. But during that time, it switched over to George Norrie. So those of you who want to Google box and see how long ago that actually was for me, have at it. But that's my Coast to Coast story, Art Bell. Tonight's answer was Walter Winchell, who just used a telegraph key for dramatic effect. This is KD8SLG. Back to you, Dustin.
All right, thanks so much there, Nick, for another wonderful trivia and for everything you did for us. We really appreciate it, and that is a good story there. So we're going to say 73 to you. This is KD8PC. I'm at the bottom of the list here. I'm going to make another call for check-ins before we shut this thing down. So any check-ins waiting to check into the Beacon Net, please call now.
This is November 5 Delta Chili Tango N5 DJT, Gatesville, Texas.
All right, we'll take them one at a time. I believe those, oh boy, I'm waiting for the net logger to upload here. N5 DJT, maybe, if I remember right. Go ahead there, sir. Welcome to the Beacon Net. Good evening.
And Roger, I've been lurking. I was the one that was trying to keep on the Rocknard net earlier. My node was acting up. So I'm glad I managed to get in. I just wanted to say 7-3, and I hope you all have a good night. This is N5 DJT.
All right, well, I'm glad you're able to figure it out and make it in there. Nodes are tricky sometimes, and things happen, so no worries. We're a link system where we're used to having to play the link system game there. All right, I'm going to make one more call. I need one more check-in, and this is a good number. So who wants to be the closer for us and give us one more check-in? Any other stations waiting to check into the Beacon Net, please call now. All right, I may have heard somebody trying, but they didn't quite make it there. We'll make another call here. Any other stations? The last call for check-ins for the BeaconNet. So anybody else want to squeeze in here and give us one more? We could use it there. But this is KD80PC. I'm listening. All right, nothing else heard there. That was the last call. So on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the BeaconNet crew, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8, Allstar Node 48496, and Echolink W8WKY-R. Also, don't forget to check out the Barometer Net every morning at 7 a.m. except for Sunday here on the W8WKY repeater. And don't forget to visit our friends over on the N5XQK Memorial Border Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time. They go a couple hours. Switch net controls to the top of the hour, and you can find them on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is KD80PC returning the repeater to normal amateur use at this time, and I will be clear. 73, y'all.
Fine business, Dustin. Fine business. KD8SLG. I'm listening.
KD8SLG, KD80PC. After I run down the hall, you want to meet me on Death Star in a couple minutes?
Yeah, I can probably do that. Just for a few, though. I got an early physical terrorist appointment tomorrow morning. It's fired up. KD8SLG clear.
All right, I got to run down the hall and refill my water, and I'll be back here, or I'll be over there, I'll QSY. KD80PC clear, 73.